Hello everyone! Welcome to our third lesson in our English mathematics class. Today we're going to add integers having the same signs. And that is the same as our objective, to add integers with the same signs. Now we're going to encounter 5 words here, in our lesson today. And these are integers, positive, negative, zero, and add. We learned these words already, and we're just going to review them as we go along in this lesson. Now, we will plot the point of the integers, as part of our review. Now, for our first number here, we have a positive number, 5. 5 is a positive number. A number that is positive is to the right of 0. So since it's a 5, we move 5 times from 0 and we will end up at 5. And that's it. Let's look at number 2, negative 3. We learned that if a number is a negative number, we move to the left of 0. So 1, 2, 3. Negative 3. Next number is 7. So we move to the right of 0, we have 7. And lastly, we have negative 6. Negative 6 is to the left of 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have negative 6. Now for our investigation, what do you think will happen if we add positive numbers? Now, we learned already how to add simple numbers such as 3 plus 5. But our objective for today is we're going to see what will happen if we add the same signs. So we're going to use a bunny here, and we're going to hop depending on the number that we have. For example, we have positive 3. So from 0, we're going to hop 3 times to the right as positive 3. And then we add positive 5. We move 5 times from 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we will end up at 8. So we learned already that 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. But as you see that the bunny moves at the same direction since we have we have 2 numbers that are positive. We have a positive 3 and a positive 5. So both of them are in one direction. So it means to say that if 2 numbers have the same signs, when we add them, they move directly. They move the same directions. And we end up the same sign also. And we see here that 8 is also a positive number. Now let's have another example if it's true. A positive 8, a positive 2 here, and a positive 6. Let's use our bunny. Now positive 2, we hop 2 times to the right. And positive 6 from 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ends up at 8. Now let's look closer at the signs of 2 and 6. 2 is a positive number. 6 is a positive number. We end up at positive 8. So when we have 2 positive numbers and we add them together, we end up at a positive number as well. Alright? So positive 2 plus positive 6 is equal to positive 8. By hopping our rabbit here or our bunny here, we end up at positive 8. Now let's look at our examples here. 4 plus 5 equals, let's use our bunny starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we add 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we end up at 9. Let's look at question or example number 2. 2 plus 6. Okay, so we start at 0, 1, 2. And we have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we end up at 8. So since all of them are positive numbers, then we move in one side. And let's look at our last example here. We have 9 plus 1. So we move 9 times from 0, and then we move 1 time. And we have 10. So we have 10. Let's look our second investigation today. Now remember, when we have two numbers added together, we move in the same direction. Now let's look what if we have two negative numbers, negative 2 plus negative 3. Now starting from 0, we move 2 times to the negative. Okay, 2 times to the left because we have a negative 2. Now we add negative 3. Negative 3 is also a negative number. It means to say we have to move to the left as well. 1, 2, 3. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is equal to negative 5. As you notice, it's the same pattern as our positive numbers. Okay, you have a negative 2 and negative 3. Both of them are negative. They end up at negative. 2 plus 3 is 5. So we follow the same pattern as adding positive numbers, but we have to write the negative sign before the number when we add two negative numbers. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Okay, very simple. Okay, now let's look if it's the same as on our next investigation. Negative 4 plus negative 1 is equal to, okay, let's check. We move 4 times to the left of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4. Negative 4 plus negative 1. Now, negative 1 here is a negative number, so we will move 1 time to the left. And we end up at negative 5. Okay? Alright. So, let's check if our investigation or our concept is correct. Negative and negative ends up with a negative. Negative plus negative equals negative. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Very easy. So we are correct with our concept. Now let's do some examples here. Okay, so we have our first example, negative 2 plus negative 5. So negative 2, let's hop with our bunny, 1, 2 to the left. And then we have negative 5, we move to the left again 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we end up at negative 7. Now let's check. Negative, negative, we have negative. 2 plus 5 equals 7. And our answer is correct. Now let's check our concept here. Okay, negative 1 plus negative 4. Both of them are negative. So our answer is negative. 1 plus 4 equals 5. So let's check with our hopping bunny. negative 1, we move 1 time to the left. And then we have negative 4, we hop 4 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our answer is correct. Good job. Now let's have our last example here. Negative 5 plus negative 3. Okay? Both of them are negative. So we put negative. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Okay, so let's check our answer with our hopping bunny. Negative 5, we hop 5 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus negative 3, we hop 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And we end up at the same answer as our bunny. Good job. Now let's do some exercises with adding integers with the same sign. We have negative 3 plus negative 2. Since both of them have the same signs, negative. 3 plus 2, 5. Let's check our answer with our hopping bunny. We move to the left first 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Next, we hop 2 more times to the left. 1, 2. It's correct. Good job. All right. So let's move to our next example here. 6 plus 2, 8. Very easy. Both of them are positive, so we don't need to write the positive sign here. So 6 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 1, 2, and it's 8. Let's look our last example or exercise for today. We have negative 5 plus negative 2 is negative. 5 plus 2, 7. Let's check with our hopping bunny. We move 5 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5. And we hop 2 more times to the left. 1, 2. And we end up with the correct answer, negative 7. Very good. And that's the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and healthy.